Your product, faced with hard luck. Faced with hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Your product, faced with hard luck. Faced with hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Hard Luck Show. I'm your certified, qualified West Side host, Steve Lucky Luciano. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. It's the Hard Luck Show. Coming at you from the bunker in Southern California today. Sitting across from me, my co-host and partner
is Chumahan, Bowen, American Indian, elegant barbarian, Southern California. Yeah. And I'm here to address the fucking listeners again.
Savage.
What? Yeah.
Like mannequins. Looking in the eyes,
Hey, what? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. We love you, God. We love you, God. Sort of God. Yeah.
And on sound, old blue-eyed
Sean Lewis, certified audio professional, engineer with a hard luck show.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Easy SD.
Easy SD.
Who the fuck is that?
It's a group out of old school, like Northern California group out of Fairfield.
Okay.
Wow.
Like 90s, some 90s Bay Area rap type shit.
Jesus
You know what I'm
Christ.
saying? Jesus Christ.
We love you, God.
We love you, God.
We love you,
Sort of
God. I love you, God.
Where's the... Oh, here, wait. I might have something for that.
You might have something for what?
Let me see this.
Sort of gone.
What? What the fuck? Oh, I know why.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ!
I love you, God! And thank you, Jesus Christ, for everything you've done in my life! You restored my mind, you restored my family, you restored my New York relationship, God! I love you, Jesus Christ!
You kind of can't be mad at that.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
You gotta kind I mean, it's crazy, but you gotta respect it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I just wanted to give everyone a touch of that.
Now, we have another guest on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
do.
have a guest that's actually a listener of our show.
That's
Yo,
right.
what up?
Took a long drive
Yes, he did.
from with his
Woman.
other half
Yeah.
from Santa Paula, California,
Yeah.
Mr. Marc Sanchez. Welcome to the show, Mr. Marc Sanchez.
Marc Torres, right?
Yeah, dog, Marc
Oh,
Torres.
Sorry, partner.
It's all
Wait,
good. It's
we
all
just
love.
met you today. But yeah, Marc
Torres.
Torres.
And you know, I know
Jesus, sir.
something? I have so many close Sanchez's. To me, constantly, it's like, man, half of everybody I know is a Sanchez. So just bleeded right in there. Marc Torres, welcome from Santa Paula.
Marc
Gracias,
Torres.
gracias.
Holla from Santa Paula.
It's all our first time meeting right here today.
That's right. How long did it take you to get down here from Santa Paula, bro?
Shit, about 2 hours.
Damn, that's dedication,
That is
bro.
dedication.
That's a real... And this dude's rolling off episodes like it ain't nothing.
Right.
This guy's a real listener, a real supporter of the show.
He's such a real supporter that he forced his woman to listen to shows.
to support, too.
Right. Hold on a second. Marc Torres' woman. You know what? What's your song? Tell me what your song is. Don't get all shy and get on that mic. Look at her face is turning
your song?
beet red.
What's your
Come
song?
on. What's your song? Look at her.
It's gotta be Rebel from David Bowie.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's a David Bowie lover.
I'm a
man.
big David Bowie fan.
Dope.
Yeah.
Big David Bowie fan.
Good choice.
I was just telling somebody the other day, David Bowie was the only celebrity rock star ever that I cried when he died.
I cried too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
all
shed
right.
some tears, man, when David Bowie passed.
Flying in from Santa Paula with the weight of the world on her shoulders because she's dealing with Marc Torres and trying to keep his
Yes.
shit straight.
Yeah.
Right?
much.
Pleasure in him is no fun, let me tell you, because he needs a lot. He needs a lot. Here it comes. She is. Announce yourself. What name you can give a fake name if you want. She's a high Mercedes.
Woo, welcome.
Marc Torres, you better respect and love that because that's the closest you're ever going to get to a Mercedes, my friend. You better not fuck around. Hey, so Marc, tell us kind of like how it is that you actually came to be a guest on the show.
Man, I honestly wanted
on the mic. Get on the mic.
I wanted to pick up a couple shirts, dog, and came up here, got in touch with you.
Yeah.
And then, it just happened.
And what was the reason that you wanted to pick up a couple shirts? How did that actually come about?
Oh, I was going through some like legal shit. I had to get in touch with you.
That's right. And it was two separate legal issues, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're having a lot of legal issues.
Yeah.
Listen,
what's going on?
Yeah. I don't want you to get into specifics necessarily.
All right.
Okay, but let me just tell you this. Don't let the calm,
smooth face fool you.
Don't let the smooth fool you there. This guy's kind of a badass.
Okay.
All right. And you know, I kind of. So
Did you have to go get him out of the county jail?
I can't say anything.
Oh, wow.
But what I can say is that like I'm doing my own business, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I'm always saying Ovando Bowen. Like, you know, Steve, some of my clients, and you know what I do, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm sitting there fucking working my balls off doing this, that, the other thing, right? And, you know, I look down on my Instagram and I get a fucking message from one of our listeners, DM me, right? He's like, hey, I might need some legal help. And
I might have fucked some things up.
listen, I swear I'm
pretty good at that.
I'm not the father. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. So I go, all right. I go, fuck. All right. What is it? So he hits me up with one. Okay. And he lays it out to me, and I'm like kind of afraid to even admit that I responded because I don't then want a deluge of people coming in and asking me for a bunch of shit, even though I want to help our listeners out. This was kind of a one-off, and he caught me in the right fucking frame of mind. Okay,
right.
so don't call me up and talk to me about how you're supposed to inherit blah blah blah, and you got a brother's not telling you anything. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
But anyway, right. So and now. Was I very approachable to you, Mr. Torres? Was it difficult to get a hold of me? Did I give you the runaround?
Not at all, man.
Right. Okay. So I tell him, he asked me for some advice. I said, listen, I'm not even going to charge you for this one because I could figure this out in like a conversation, right? Mm-hmm. So I told him, ba, 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 da.
Ba, 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 ba.
That's what I told him.
You go, puss, puss.
I go, puss, puss, kitty, kitty. Anyway, so we got that. Then he hits me up, I don't know, probably like a couple days ago, actually. Maybe it was, right? Yeah. And he ran another scenario by me, and I said, listen.
I slipped in some more shit.
I go, this is, let me, wait, hold on a second. Let me tell you exactly what I told him, all right? Mm-hmm. And I said, are you listening? Hey, no.
Oh, hell no. Shut that shit down now. Shut that shit down now, I said.
Yeah! Who's that person that just goes, yeah!
Who gives a fuck who that person is?
So I told Marc, I said, yeah! No, I said, but, da, 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 da. He goes, you know what? I feel like I owe you something. I said, you know what? I'll tell you what. Buy some fucking shirts and we'll call it even, right? Because I also support our show.
Right, sure.
So he says, well, can I just drive down and pick him up? Mm-hmm. I go, yes, you can. And that is how
That's how we came.
That's how he came to be on the show, through the legal side.
Bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so you were telling us a couple of different stories, but first and this goes with, you have a theory, Steve, I have a theory. Mm-hmm. My theory is that if you ask the right questions, anybody is interesting. Anybody is fucking interesting.
That's true. I think that's absolutely true.
All right. So,
are you going to ask him how he found out about the Hard Luck Show?
Yeah. How did you find out about the Hard Luck Show?
Oh, man, honestly, fucking this dude named Nate No Face. He put you on, and I checked it out and fell in love with it.
How do you know Nate No Face?
I don't, bro. I don't.
So how did you?
He's like a musician. He's like a little musician. Check him out, Nate No Face. He's badass.
All right. Where's he
Shout
a
out to
musician?
Nate No Face.
Long
Yeah,
Beach,
shout out
out
to
of
Nate
Long
No
Beach.
Face.
Long Beach musician.
Big Nate.
Yeah.
Good looking out, Nate.
You know what? It's hard to recognize because he's got no face.
Yeah.
Is that him? This is Nate No Face.
Kill.
Featuring Zaki Force. It's a long wind up, Mr. No Face.
Not like you. That's a better one.
Jesus Christ! We love you, God! We love you, God! Jesus Christ! Is that it?
Honestly, I don't think. I don't know. And the number 8, No Face.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Come on. You're spelling it like a
My
fucking
bad.
That ain't
square.
even the guy.
I
The guy's
should've
listening
plugged
right now.
that.
He's
Nate
like, what
No
the
Face.
fuck?
Yeah, well, he's like, that's not me. We're like, we were all kind of like, oh, it's interesting, I guess.
That's not Nate No Face, supposedly.
Oh, God.
Don't you know how to spell in the hood? It's N number 8, Sean. Damn.
Jesus.
Jeez. Jesus Christ.
Did you find him?
Is that him?
He's got a mixtape.
Look at Mark. He's like, I don't know.
The garage tapes.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the same cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yeah, on some real grimy shit.
It's like some like punk
Yup.
music for
Synth
gangs.
punks.
Yeah,
Synth
like
punk-
electronic
synth
punk. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think? I like it. Nate No Face.
I fucks with this.
You know, there's a lot of controversy around that record, though. There's a lot of fucking controversy. Because if you play it backwards, it says, "Oh, Blue Eyes is dead."
Yeah.
Okay, and so Mercedes. Okay, so that's how you heard the show.
Yeah, man.
All right, and then Mercedes. How did you meet Marc Torres? Tell us about how he wined and dined.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, I've known. We met when we were like 13.
So he just wore you down for like 8 years.
About yeah. No, we met when we were 13, and then we dated, and then we broke up, and then we got back together.
What did he? How, so okay. You started dating.
Yeah, we dated for about 3 years, and we're like kids. So when we broke up, and then I want to say like 12 years.
She was my
later-
first girlfriend, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
She was my first girlfriend.
So why did you guys break up?
We're kids. Yeah, we went to high school. I kind of dropped out, and I got like independent studies.
Okay.
And he was like a little shithead, so he went.
Were
to,
you?
I was doing my thing. You
Like,
know
what
what I mean?
was that?
Running
What was that?
around, being a little hoe. You know what I mean? Just fucking, just doing the thing. You know?
Steve, do you understand what they're saying?
Yes,
What
absolutely.
so translate, please. I don't
He was
understand.
just young. He was still sowing his oats.
Okay.
You know?
I
He was
get
still
it.
sowing his oats. And
So
then
you-
he came to his senses and realized.
Realize there's no more. He doesn't get. There's not that many oats, right? Isn't that what
he
it
had
was?
the oat. And he was sowing wheat. I don't want anything to do with this wheat. I want to get back to my oat.
Because a lot of guys fall into that trap, right, Mercedes, where they're with a girl for a long time, and when they're with the girl, it kind of seems like all the other chicks want him, and he's like, "Fuck, what am I doing? I'm locked up in this vagina prison, so I need to go out and sow my oats." And then the guy breaks up with the one girl that actually likes him, and
It's a
finds
dry
out,
run.
and then it's a dry run, right? Yeah, finds out that that was all in his head, and nobody gives a shit, and then he comes back. Did you make him crawl?
No, it was like 12 years later. We didn't even speak.
You had a
And then-
12-year dry run?
Nah.
Wow, man. That's
You're lucky you got her back.
That's worse than Gentleman Jack.
I still got it. What
That's
can I
worse
say?
than
I still
that.
got
You had a
it.
guy that was in solitary for like 37 years. That's worse than that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
12-year dry run. How do you
Nah,
survive
man.
that, man?
I did it, bro. I did it.
I was resuscitated and brought back to
Came
life.
back to
Oh
life.
my God. So how did you guys meet back up, Mercedes?
I work at a thrift store. I worked at Goodwill, and he went in looking for a job.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
right.
Yeah, baby.
That's about as real as it gets, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you go in looking for a job. So what made you think that you're Goodwill material, Marc Torres?
Shit, I was just trying to get back on my feet. You know, came back from Texas and was just trying to, make something happen.
What happened in Texas?
Oh man, more drama. Fucking, I left Santa Paula.
Yeah.
Because I was like, going through some things, strung out. Had a little fucking mishap.
God, I love these stories. I
and
love
then,
these stories. I had a
yeah.
little strung out. I had a little mishap.
You know, fucking with the meth and all that.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Yeah, we know about that on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
show.
Yeah. And
So
then,
you understand Schmitty then?
Oh, most definitely. I ain't never told my boss I did a little too much meth the night before. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I fucked around. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so then you thought, like, I'll go to Texas and it'll get better?
Yeah, like I thought, run away from my problems. What the fuck? you
Right,
know?
a geographic.
Yeah, but that shit was all bad, Texas was shit,
Where did you go to Texas? Where in Texas?
Oh, man, at this little place called Lubbock, Texas, where Buddy
Oh.
Holly's from. Buddy
Yep,
Holly.
yep, love it, Texas.
Right,
Love it.
right.
Yeah, I was out there for like 2 years, and then shit just fucking, I was like, man, I need to go get back to Cali. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Buddy Holly.
shout out to Buddy Holly.
sir.
What do you think is the best Buddy Holly song? Honestly, I personally,
The one with the clapping, bro, where he's just like clapping.
you're thinking of this one, I think. Are you thinking of this one?
Yes.
That's
yes.
Every Day. Everybody loves that song. Every day is again. Did he play that for you, Mercedes? Marc Torres walking
Actually,
in
he
the Goodwill.
did. He did. He said,
remember
"Have
that
you
one?
heard this song before?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Actually, I
using
have."
what you know, huh? You're like, fuck, I was just in Lubbock. I know a lot about
yeah.
I lived in those streets of Lubbock.
I'm going to tell you what I think is Buddy Holly's best song. It's this. Get ready. A little
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
makes me want to be with you. A rave on. All right, sorry. I can see Steve's face. He's like, oh, shit, we're going down Chumahan rabbit hole.
Nothing against Buddy Holly.
All right, so.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in pieces because his fucking plane crashed.
Peace, yeah.
All right, okay, thank you.
Him and Richie Valens.
Richie Valens
And the Big Bopper.
And the Big Bopper. Do you know what the Big Bopper was famous? What song that was?
Lonely Teardrops.
No.
Oh, no, that was...
Big woman, something.
yeah.
Make
No.
me feel all.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the Big Bopper speaking.
Was he like a radio DJ or some shit?
Sweet thing.
I don't know what he was, but the crazy part was like that whole song was just him talking on a telephone.
Right.
That was like a huge hit. And you know what's
Hello,
crazy?
babe.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy about that song is like to us now it sounds, I don't know, there's probably a lot of oldies guys that are listening and it's a classic, but it's tame. It's not that, it's kind of corny, it's tame, but at the time that came out, that was like heavy metal.
Yeah.
That was like
absolutely.
there was people in church that were like, don't listen to the Big Bopper. Don't listen to him talking on the phone because that's going to lead to sex.
Right. Or anybody that was moving their hips, Little Richard, Elvis, like you couldn't.
Elvis the pelvis.
Right? You couldn't dance like that and talk like that. That was the devil's music.
Yeah, this is the devil's music.
Baby, you know what I like.
Yeah.
Chantilly lace.
And a pretty
Dude, we should have Lepke like come in and drag and dance to that. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about that, Steve?
mashed
In
potato.
some Chantilly lace.
Yeah, get him in some Chantilly lace. And what do you think about having Lepke like have a alter ego, a trans alter ego?
I think
Called
we're going to
Chantilly
hear
lace.
about that from him as soon as he hears the show. He's going to have something to say about that.
Right.
But
Shout
I
out Big
agree. We
Lefty.
should.
None of that Bruce.
Yeah, we don't.
No, Bruce.
We do none of that, Bruce. We're talking about real homies. That
I say we do. I agree with you 100%.
What would his alter ego character's name be? What would it be?
I think it would be Divine.
Divine DeMarco?
Yeah.
Ooh, that has a ring to it.
I'm telling you, man.
Dude, what do you think about putting together a skit? We were kind of bouncing some ideas back and forth at our production meeting. What was it that we were thinking of having Divine DeMarco do? Like, what would be a great scene for him to do? I can't remember.
Do a scene from Pink Flamingos.
Right. Or have him, like, rob a bank, like, in drag.
Oh, yeah.
Right, like a little tiny little 22.
Pulls out from in between
Little
his
Derringer.
boobies.
Pearl handle Derringer.
Yeah, like around the gold chain, around like a little necklace around his neck, and he can just pull that out from between his cleavage, his big hairy cleavage, and pull that out. So, Marc Torres, now you're seeing the problem.
You know what we should do is we should have Smitty and fucking.
We should have Schmitty in drag.
Oh,
We should have.
That's who we should
what's
have in
his
drag.
trans name? What's
Man,
Schmitty's?
We just call him Shitty.
Shitty?
I think
Sheila.
we should have
Charlene?
We should have Lepke dress up as a woman with
Charlotte?
a little gun, and then Schmitty dress up in just like a polo with like a AR-15.
Yeah.
And do that couple that was like guarding their.
Oh yeah, from the protests.
Yeah.
Right. Schmitty is the little fat lawyer guy with the
Right.
AR-15, right? Polo
And
outside of
Lepke's
mansion, and Lepke's the giant wife with the like handgun pointed in the.
Yeah.
Why? You know what? Right when you started saying Schmitty and how he should be dressed, I was like, Lepke can be the way he is, however he wants to be
Right.
dressed. But Schmitty is led around on a little chain. He's a full gimp. Right?
Yeah.
He got the
Yes.
ball and the man
Yes.
chain, and he's
Pulp
got to be
Fiction.
on his hands and
Pulp
knees.
Fiction
And
shit.
fucking Lepke just fucking pulls the chain. And he just
Yeah.
does whatever.
Yeah, and like Lepke has like a riding crop, and he can smack.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
absolutely.
And Schmitty is the gimp.
Yes,
All leather.
Leathered out.
all leathered out, studs and fucking spikes on it, and
Nipple
everything.
rings and yeah. all that.
The red
Absolute
ball in his
chaps.
mouth.
Yeah, red
right.
balls, red
Assless chaps.
Yes.
absolutely. God damn it, this is art.
I know.
You know
need a
what?
Photoshop professional.
We would break the internet with that. We should bring Darren Craig in to film it. I bet you
Yeah.
Darren Craig would film that. He would absolutely do that. Okay, so Marc Torres, Santa Paula by way of Texas.
Yes, sir.
You know what? There's a story. I won't get too in depth with it,
Go ahead.
but I remember it was county jail, and I got into it with some dude from Santa Paula
Yeah.
that was fucking trying to. He was just saying some smart shit to somebody from L.A.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And we were down here, and well, you know, I wasn't having it. You know.
Right.
So what I didn't know was that this motherfucker was like a fucking Golden Gloves amateur pro boxer,
Like a real boxer.
a real one.
Yeah.
And he was from Santa Paula, bro. And I remember, man, I went to punch this dude, and he ducked the punch,
Yeah.
and he put it on me so quick and so tough. Like, people don't even know, man. You don't even have to get in front of a professional fighter. Get in front of an amateur fighter or Golden Gloves. Like,
Right.
They know enough. They're so advanced from like the regular person,
Right.
bro. And oh yeah, bro. He had me down on in 1 second. He had me laid out. Then I tried to get up. He threw a kick at my face, knocked me back down.
Damn.
But it was like I could not get my hands on this motherfucker. Man, he was from up there in San Paulo. And then I find out later, this guy's like some big Golden Gloves championship. So whenever I hear Santa Paula, if I get a little. And it's all good. No.
No,
But
that's
right
right.
away, I'm
It's
like,
expensive.
that
Hey, Marc.
motherfucker. I always think of myself like maybe being in fucking Santa Paula one day and going to get a burger, and then I bump into that guy.
Get a second chance.
I'll just sucker punch him the next time.
Right.
Yeah, there will be no
Marc
fair
Torres,
fight.
you know who that is? You?
Nah, bro. Nah,
Don't
man.
lie to
Shit,
us. Don't lie to us,
He's gonna
Torres.
go fight. He's gonna go get the 411. For
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna hit the streets.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, Mercedes. So then, so does Torres give you the big love speech right there in Goodwill?
No, he just asked for a job, and then I was like, apply, and then my boss, because I was the assistant manager, so the manager was like, oh no, he was my neighbor. He used to just be like stoned and like barbecuing in the middle of the street.
I used to live in a
And I
little
was like, I had no
studio.
idea. I was like, I was like, I just he wanted to apply, so she's like, oh no, he's a pothead.
I used to be barbecuing on the curb, drinking pisto, smoking bud.
Oh
you know?
yeah, she's like,
That's
this
right
dude ain't coming.
On the curb.
yeah, pretty much. I was like,
So did you
okay.
get in there?
Nah, dog,
hell no.
they didn't hire me.
Nah, it was
I don't know
bad.
why.
But
It was bad
but you
will.
reconnected with her.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He had
Sparked
bad
that
will.
flame up, you know,
Yeah.
that little Kindle.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's so funny. So Santa Paula is kind of a small community. You can't be fucking up, Mark, and then not get around.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know a lot about like, you know, the work or professions or whatever, but I gotta say, like, when the Goodwill people are like, I don't know, that's not a good sign, right?
Yeah, dog, I was doing bad, bro.
Okay.
I was doing bad.
But Mercedes, like, so how did he work his way back in? Like, come on, like, I don't get it. So you tried to go to bat for him, right? You were like, you know, he wants to apply. And she's like, him? No, I
Yeah,
know
she was
him.
like, hell no, not him.
Right. And so then how does he work his magic, his Marc Torres magic on you?
I don't know. It took a while though.
Is that true?
It did.
Is that true? Was she playing hard to get?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, man. You make these guys work.
Yeah. So what did he do? Did he take you over to the corner and barbecue and give you a drink? Well, how did he win you? How did he romance you?
He just pretty much, we went driving and we were just talking about like, the old days and how he used to be like when he was younger. Because I didn't know he went through all that crap when he was gone. It was 12 years, a long period.
Right.
So I was like, oh shit, you really, you fucked around with the meths. Okay. And that was about it. So we just.
That's a good start, Mark, to rekindle love. Talk about meth. That's great.
Like
dude.
I was,
That's a smart move, my man. Most people wouldn't do that.
I was probably still high at the time or something.
I was, yeah. So after that, we were just like friends. We were just, like hanging out, and then we.
So he was in the friend zone.
Yeah.
How did he get out of the friend zone into the bone zone? Tell us, how did that happen?
It's beyond me. I don't even know. I'm trying to look back at it. I'm like, it's something I missed because before I knew it, we were together.
So you hypnized her.
Pretty much
bro,
did,
pretty
yeah.
much.
I was like, oh, we're together. Okay, that's good. And then
And that's it. So how long have you guys been together?
like 3 years almost. Yeah.
Where's this going, Mark? Where's it going? Don't bullshit us.
Shit, we got a kid together, baby Luna.
What's her name?
Baby Luna.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's the 4-month-old, right?
4-month-old, yeah.
Nice.
First baby. Yeah.
Yeah, first
So
baby girl.
what do you think, Mercedes? This guy Mark, he couldn't get a job at Goodwill, but he's taking the baby to the doctor. He seems to
know.
love his daughter.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
I love
I'm
it.
proud of
Now
him.
let me ask you something.
That's a great
Let
story.
me ask something.
What's up,
Mark.
Lucky?
Is through this process of you, and certainly I know about. I think we all kind of share about losing our way.
Yeah, amen.
Experimenting, losing our way, trying to, and through that process, and you coming back to Santa Paula, would you say that having this woman in your life, and even prior to the baby, she's helped to keep you on a path, motivated, inspired, and doing the right thing, and keeping you more in line with life than what you were up to on your own?
Most definitely. I got my high school diploma, went back and graduated, got my diploma because of that woman, I got the job I have today, and she's helped me through a lot, She keeps me going, keeps me straight.
I think I wanted to ask that because it seemed like there might be that type of dynamic, and I think sometimes me and Chumahan talk about what a relationship should have in it.
Right.
What relationships, and I feel like in the relationships that I was my best in, it was because the person I was in love with or engaged with wasn't going to settle for me not stepping up to, and I'm talking about Jessica.
Right.
And eventually it didn't work out for us because I needed to go sow my oats, or whatever it might be.
Right.
But even our friendship now, and it's like, if the relationship you're in, if they're not pushing, if you guys aren't pushing each other to do better, I don't,
It might.
I don't know what that.
Well, I don't know because I don't know, Steve. You probably have. I know I have. I've been in the other relationships,
Yes,
right, where you both are encouraging the worst in each other, and I don't just mean And there's a certain element of dark fun to that.
Yes,
right.
No, absolutely.
Sean, you're nodding. What do you know about that? Well, tell us about your dark fun. You're nodding.
Well,
did you have a girlfriend that started
that likes to fucking do drugs and drink,
or just encourage the bad things in you, and there was a fun element, and you guys kind of chased each other down to the bottom a little?
Yeah.
Who? I mean, don't say the name, but like, what was it? Tell us tell us that story.
In what way?
Don't get all crazy. You see that? Mark, you guys don't see what I see, and now you guys can see. I'm like, don't fuck around. We just heard a Goodwill love story. Everyone's being honest. Come on.
I think I've had relationships where it was kind of like a secret thing. You know what I mean?
Like
it
what?
was out of the eyes of your normal friends or something.
Wait a second. What
You know
was
what I mean?
that? I
And it's
do,
like-
but in what? Tell us. I guess not the names, but so you had a secret relationship with a chick that
I don't know if it was secret, but it wasn't.
It was secret from you because you were.
Yeah,
screwing her, too.
did you?
way
Were you
before
sleeping with my girlfriend, Sean? Tell the
No,
truth.
no, no.
It's all right.
It's all right. I'm not even gonna get mad. I'm married now. So tell
It was
me,
a long time ago, Sean.
were
Don't
you
worry.
sleeping with my girlfriend?
No.
Okay. But what was the secret relationship? Was it a guy?
It wasn't secret. It was just out of. We weren't together outside of other circumstance. Like
So you guys
during
had-
the daytime.
You had a little rendezvous.
Yeah,
Where would you rendezvous?
at my house.
And how old were you?
Like 20, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was she like thick or what?
Yeah.
Was she?
Puerto Rican.
Is that true?
Yeah.
He's just making this thing up as he goes along.
You think so? Yeah. Is it? Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Very good. And all right. So I don't know. Where do we go with that, Steve?
I think we leave it alone so he doesn't
Okay.
get himself in any more trouble.
Yeah. He's like, okay.
Yeah, but I think it's good. The way you give up props to her,
Yeah.
and I think that I've subconsciously or consciously, there's been women that I've chosen in my life that helped me.
Right.
That really, because I couldn't help myself, maybe.
Right.
And I think it's one that's acknowledged.
Yeah.
And listen, man, I have a son that has a 2-year-old son. And I think that.
Well, by the way, your grandson is a handsome,
Thank you,
happy,
brother.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
God. And I think that sometimes a relationship like that, when a baby comes from a relationship that for a lot of us, that can even change us as well.
Right.
Can even help pull us. I've said
For
many times,
sure.
I wouldn't be alive without my kids. I probably would have died 10 years ago.
Right.
But so it
Yeah, 'cause
sounds
you
like,
like-
Marc, you got some. It sounds like you've been through some rough roads, but you've got a solid woman standing behind you. Now you guys have a kid, and it's just good, man.
How did you feel having a baby daughter? Like, honestly, what explain? Seriously.
Honestly, I thought it was God's punishment for all the fucked up shit I was doing back in the day.
Yeah?
I thought it was like a sick joke.
Right. And then?
And then I locked eyes with my baby girl, and it was the best feeling I've ever had in the world. I'll never forget that feeling. I wish I could bottle that feeling up and sell it to everybody, because everybody
Yeah.
needs to experience that at least one time in their life.
Dude, you are in for a treat. I did not know what I was in for with what I had with my daughter. And my actions through my life had my daughter remove me from her life for a while until she felt I was a safe place to engage or whatever,
Right.
But in that, and in the last, I guess, year and a half that me and my daughter have been engaging, it is turned into something that I never even knew was possible. And listen, I have a great relationship with my son, but the relationship with my daughter may be the most important relationship I've ever had in my life. There's something about the male-female. There's something, just like my son has a bond with his mom that I can't have with him, right? And now me and her are starting, but it's, and I say this over and over again, that it's like my daughter, just the thought of her has me do the right thing, the next right thing. I feel like, what would she think? It's like kind of how I gauge myself. And then there's another piece of this whole thing, and I'm gonna say this, man. I know some listeners. I know I'm offend some listeners, but I gotta be honest, and certainly don't want to offend you, but I gotta be honest.
Do it. I offend half of our listeners every fucking show.
I'm just gonna say it. How I say
Do
it,
it.
whether they get offended or not. From how I was raised and my perception and experience I had in life, I don't have a ton of respect for women. I just don't. I'm chauvinistic to the bone. I think that we're stronger. We get shit done. I don't have time for the emotional. I don't want to rub backs. That's just not me, man. And I see, and my perception, not to say women are, my perception has been that women are weak.
Right.
And I don't have the time to sit there and coach you and guide you and rub your back. And that's what I get. And maybe that's part of the way I was growing up and what I saw.
Sure.
So I walked away from women's life as soon as I got burned out or annoyed, or I'd walk, right?
Right.
Walk. And I really wouldn't think about it, and my life kind of, I've had to pay for that in many respects, and very selfish. as the relationship with my daughter proceeds, something funny happens. One is I'll never walk away from this woman.
Sure.
I'll never, ever, ever walk away from my daughter, bro. I don't care what she does, dude. The other thing is I respect and see the strength. And my daughter's way stronger than me. And people think I'm a strong guy.
Right.
And she's intelligent. And she makes it happen. And everything that I thought women are, my daughter is showing me. And I'm going to stay in that relationship. I'm never going to be able to walk away from that. I can't walk away from, as I've walked away. And so from how I tell you how I kind of looked at women and kind of chauvinistic I've been, it's through my relationship with my daughter that I started to understand, appreciate, respect women as human beings. And but I got to tell you, man, to be honest, that was not how I looked at women. I looked at women like a piece of meat. And what can you do for me?
Right.
And I'd like you better if you just did what I said and acted the way I want you to act. And no patience, very, very selfish and young and immature. And my daughter is the one that's giving me a whole different perspective of women. And I didn't know that was in store. I didn't know she obtained that power.
Right.
I didn't know any of this, man. But I tell you right now, man, like my daughter's probably the person on the planet I trust the most.
Right.
And I fucking respect the shit out of her. And she's 10 times stronger, more courageous, and intelligent than I'll ever be. Right. And there's something about this relationship. I just think that our women can make us better men if we're open to that.
Right.
But, you guys are in for a treat, man, with daughters.
Mercedes. So that's one perspective that, is out there in the world, which is that it's the guy that's got to be strong and he's got to rub the back of the woman and kind of shepherd her through things. What's your perspective, Mercedes? Do you have a different take on the male-female dynamic?
I think it doesn't really matter if it's female or male. Like there's a lot of males that are the same way that he explained that females are, that need to be very sensitive and stuff. It really doesn't matter the gender. It's just, I think it's the person.
Right.
Yeah, some people are more sensitive than others, you know what I mean?
So have you had to rub I'll take it out of Marc, but it kind of sounds like, have you had to encourage Marc a little bit? And
yeah, definitely.
Right, and help him to keep moving forward.
Yeah, me and him are very opposites. He's very emotional, he's very explosive, where I'm very I'm not as emotional. I'm very reserved.
Right.
So we have our roles switched in that sense. So that's why it's some women are weak, and it's sometimes it's it just really depends on how that person's brought up,
Right. So you don't think it has anything to do with gender necessarily. It's just the
definitely
type of
not.
person.
Yeah, I think it's just the person, who that person is.
So what is it? I'm gonna just put you on the fucking spot, Mercedes. This is the show. We don't pull any punches. All right. What is it about Marc that you love?
Well, honestly, it's because I knew him at his most genuine when he was 13. That's when he wasn't trying to really impress anyone. He was just himself. And then during those 12 years, I heard oh, Marc's doing this. He's really bad. And I'm who is this person? You know what I mean? So when we rekindled 12 years later, he was the same person that I knew when we were younger. And, when we were more innocent, I guess you can say.
And what is that person?
He was just really goofy, not trying to impress anyone, just funny, you know what I mean? Really funny, happy-go-lucky person,
Okay, hold on a second. Oh, Blue Eyes, I want you to take a look at Mr. Marc Torres. Does he look... All right, here's the thing, guys. The show's about getting centered and grounded. And one of the things that we need to talk about is our sponsor, Botany Farms. Right? Botany Farms, they hand curate, they micro grow. I don't know how you do it more focused than that. This is the best thing that you can do if you want to get yourself centered, grounded, have better sleep. Steve and I obviously are sober, but the one who isn't is Old Blue Eyes. Yeah. What is it that you noticed? Did it actually help you?
Yes. Usually I stay up late at night doing all my editing. And
right.
Sometimes it's hard to fall asleep because I've been on the computer.
Yeah, all that blue light fucks
right.
with your sleep. It
right.
suppresses melatonin, actually.
Right.
So then what did you do? You tried the Botany Farms?
Dude, I tried this sour space candy.
Yeah. Did it help you sleep?
Like a baby.
All natural, organically grown, non-GMO ingredients, no pesticides, no fungicides, straight up natural. www.botanyfarms.com. Don't forget promo code LUCKY17, 25% off your first order. They believe in the show, so you believe in them. Boom. Let's have GJ Muggs smoke some of this shit. Yeah. Goofy?
No, he doesn't necessarily look goofy.
Does he look happy-go-lucky?
He does look like a happy guy. I don't think the smile has come off his face once.
Yeah. I agree with that.
What do you think of that?
I think that's dope, man.
That is dope.
That is dope.
That is dope.
So, Marc Torres, you've come out of Santa Paula. You're one of the listeners. You come from not knowing any of us at all to hearing us a lot and then kind of wondering, like, what the fuck is
You
this?
came out of Santa Paula via, what is it, Lubbock, Texas?
On a very fucked up, bumpy road. Right? Fucked up a lot of
life's full
shit.
of bumps.
Training out of Santa Paula from Lubbock, Texas.
Santa Paula to the
Yeah,
above.
SP all the way. All right. So then tell us now your true impressions. Be unguarded, be honest. You're now sitting here with your idols, starting with Steve or Blue Eyes and Chumahan, guys that you probably figured you would never get to meet.
Yeah.
What is this experience now? Tell us what you...
It's unreal. At first, I was a little intimidated by the way Lucky looked at me. He looked like he was going to beat me up. You know?
That's true. That's true. That happens to me every time I see him.
Yeah, you could probably hear it in my voice, too. Like, I was a little, a little shaking, just... I don't know. I think you guys are cool as fuck, I think you guys are cool as fuck.
I just looked up Santa Paula because I was like, where the fuck is Santa Paula?
Yeah.
You're right out there by King Salmon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what. And you got a connection to King Sam.
Yeah, man.
What's
Yeah,
the
dude.
connection?
You have a connection to King Salmon?
Yeah, let's
My
do this.
supervisor plays cornhole with that fool.
This is the supervisor that was sweating about his kid.
Right.
Yeah, no,
So that goes to show you the type of people.
fucking lame. Nah.
Yep, there you go. Say that shit, man. Say that shit.
Fucking lame, man.
Yeah, fucking lame. If you didn't hear him right, you're a fucking lame. And I want to see you come down here and try and buy a T-shirt, you fucking lame. T-shirt for your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, and he's playing cornhole with King Salmon.
Right.
So if I've got to check my reference and you run
Right.
cornhole by me,
Yeah.
the type of people,
Right.
Oh, I've got a definition. I've got some fucking ground to stand on, right?
Right.
These motherfuckers are no good.
You know
They're no good. If you're playing cornhole right now, take that shit to the street, put some lighter fluid on it, burn that shit, and
Yeah.
say goodbye to cornhole.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fucking
That's right.
drunk man's behind the bar game. That's
That
not a
is
sport.
exactly what it is.
Right.
It's
That's right.
poor man's bowling.
Keep that shit in the back of your local bar.
Right.
And we're going to be fine. But don't try and bring that shit on ESPN and fucking this and that.
Don't
That
try to
shit
pretend
ain't a
like it's
sport.
baseball.
Yeah,
Football.
man.
It ain't football.
Football. So fucking get out of here, bro.
Right.
Disrespect the football players.
Right.
A professional athlete like that with that
Right.
bullshit.
Exactly. Now, speaking of King Salmon, Sean, Old Blue Eyes, has a special Hard Luck exclusive.
And we wanted Marc to
Weigh in on this.
We
Because,
wanted to get your opinion on it.
shit.
He obviously spent some time in Lubbock, Texas, hometown of Buddy Holly, so he knows something about music.
Yeah, Central
so,
Coast.
So Sean, please introduce this. Don't just start playing it.
Yeah, Central Coast player.
Right. Tell us what we've got here. Mercedes, we want to hear what you have to say about this too, because clearly you're the one that has the taste. All right. So what do we have here?
I sent King Salmon some beats. And so,
So you're fraternizing with this fucking guy.
of course,
Yeah.
he's one of my oldest friends.
Okay.
So,
And Sean, right? He made the intro to the Hard Luck show, so he knows something about making some
Absolutely,
beats.
that he does.
So
That's
listen,
just
King
dope.
Salmon's hitting him up ad nauseum, right? And he's like, "Hey, dude, I got some fucking flows. I'm just waiting for some beats, fucking beats." And dude, what the fuck? I thought, dude, do you want to stay broke, Sean? Because we're gonna fucking, I don't know, right? Am I wrong,
my
Sean?
God.
no.
That's correct. Am I correct?
Do you want to stay broke?
Oh, dude. When we were
Do you want to fill stadiums or do you want to stay broke? Motherfucker.
dude, what the fuck? Do you? I guess, dude,
What the fuck?
Sean, when we were all living together, what was it that he wanted you to help him out with? What was that idea, that invention?
We designed a case that you put your camcorder in for like action. So like mainly we were playing a lot of paintball, so we wanted to protect the camera, be able to film, and in case so he built this thing and then he patented it.
Right.
Trademark?
No. He first of all, he hired someone to patent it for him, and it was one of those like, late at night advertisements where the people
janky
are
ass shit.
right,
Shortcut.
right. And so what the guy sent him was the price to patent his thing, and then where the price was, it was a blank, and the guy hand wrote in the amount. Okay, so King Salmon paid that handwritten in amount to have this dude patent it. Okay, and so he's trying to get Sean to get on board, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude? I guess you want to stay broke." Yeah, I mean, you don't want to jump in on this right now? I'm fucking telling you.
The camcorder cam.
Dude, you know what? Some people can, some people can't, Sean. Some people are about it, some people aren't. And Sean, I think at that time almost cracked. Like there was a part of him that, right? Didn't you?
No.
Well, didn't you tell me that like there was a part of you was like, well, maybe he.
Well, no, yeah. There's always a part of me that because he pitches a lot of ideas. He's got a lot of ideas. So there's a part of me that always has like, anywhere from 1 to 10% of me thinking, he actually might. What if he actually does it? Yeah, what if he cashes in on this?
Because everybody's heard the story about the guy with a million inventions, loser, and then either by chance or whatever, one hits, right? And so Sean's constantly like, no, and then like part of him's like, what if this is that one weird freak thing?
I mean, it could happen to anybody, really.
Right.
So there's always something.
Right.
There,
okay. So anyway, now King Salmon's rap name is Mad E. Mad E. That's it, right? Mad E.
Mad E.
Mad E. Okay. And he's also, not only is he a cornhole entrepreneur, but he's a rapper.
How old is he?
45.
Oh, okay. 45-year-old rapper. Okay.
Okay. 45. Right. I tried to get him to start a rap battle with the Skittle rappers, like whatever that guy 6ix9ine and all those other fuck faces. I told him the only way a 45-year-old guy like you could get in the game is if you started a rap battle.
Dissing those dudes.
Yeah, I told him. I said you should say that you gave up on your rap dream. You went and had a kid. You got married. You're living in your front room, and you were cool. You gave up on the dream and you were fine because you had a family or whatever, and you're wearing dad jeans and fucking Skechers shoes, right? And you're like, fine, fuck it. And I said, and then you heard how bad the state of rap is currently with these young Skittle rappers that you had to come out of retirement to start battling them to show them what real rap was. And I'm like, I think if you did that, it would be funny enough that you might get a little. He wouldn't listen to that. He was like, "No, dude, I'm not playing games with my rap, bro. This ain't a fucking joke. It's fucking serious."
Let's hear.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hard Luck Show. Wait for it. Hard Luck Show exclusive. King Salmon rapping.
Make a bit of a lick with the hit to the faces. Make a trip on a back flip when the bass hits. So every time that I spit, it's always over the top. Cause every week looks killer from the middle to stop. And it ain't never gonna happen cause I've been too deep. Cause I'm a killer with the pen, the pads, and the
Marc's
bass.
holding his head in his hands. Marc, first
Damn,
impression.
dog.
First impression.
That fool needs to stop, bro.
Yeah! Finally!
Shit, bro.
Some reality. A reality check.
Yeah, see that, King Sam? Don't blame me, bro. Don't blame, because he's always blaming me.
Yeah,
he's always like, it's
shit
your
is
fault.
complete trash. Garbage.
Right. Mercedes, what did you...
Yeah.
Sean, do you have anything that's online that might come across a little clearer? Just a quick sample.
Man,
I know
I'm
you
trying
did.
to look for. Just
I'll keep going.
and
I'm
I'll
gonna keep
find
going.
something.
All right. But I had another discussion that I wanted to have with Sean. I don't know if he's going to talk about it, but Steve, I don't know. My last time drinking, right? When we were talking about all of us having problems and then straightening back out. My last day, my bottom was driving blacked out. That was my bottom. I blacked out. I said I was only going to have 2 beers down at the bar. Wound up, I don't know how, doing tequila shots. Blacked out. Drove all the way from like in the middle of Los Angeles all the way back up to Los Feliz. Don't remember it. Smashed my mirror. A million different things. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. That's it, right? And I don't know what is your bottom, Steve? Do you have a bottom? Like, do you have a thing where you were like, that's the end of that? Everybody, if you would have saw Steve's face, it did like 18 different shades of color and his eyes rolled all around.
Man, dude. They say that, what do they say in AA? They're like, if you think you're at your bottom, there's a trap door.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I definitely, I hit places that everybody around me perceived to be my bottom.
Right.
The problem was, it wasn't my bottom.
Right. It's when you stop digging.
It's when you stop digging.
Right.
And I remember that I was, I'll give you just one example.
Go
just
ahead.
One.
Go ahead.
And it was about 2:00 in the afternoon, and I'm on Wilshire Boulevard, right as you come across with a VA and all that, and you're heading west.
Yeah.
And it goes around. It's like you cross San Vicente and all that.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah.
I know exactly. By kind of by the Beverly Center. Ish. Yeah.
And I pulled over in the side of a lane that moving traffic's in, and they're like going around. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon, and I'm fucking screaming, having an argument with absolutely nobody.
Wow.
Like screaming at the top of my lungs, flipping out, and there's nobody in the car with me. I had been up for like 5 days on meth, right? You know? And I look over, and the phone, I dialed my partner, and it was on speakerphone. It was all playing on his recording, and I'm like freaking out,
right?
And I just remember like coming to,
yeah,
and I'm like, dude, there's cars laying on the horn on Wilshire Boulevard, and I'm like, stop there, having this conversation with nobody. They're screaming, freaking out,
yeah.
And I remember driving to a friend's house and asking for help. That I was just like, oh, but it was one of many bottoms.
Sure.
And
Mr. Torres, what's your bottom? Do you have a bottom?
Oh man, yeah, I do. I'm trying to think of one, but there's a lot.
You got many bottoms.
Yeah.
Was the Ford F-150 running you over? Was that a bottom, or that didn't slow you down?
That had to be.
Wait, what?
That stopped me for sure.
Wait a second.
Stopped you for a moment.
Sure,
what happened, Mark? What happened?
Oh man! All right, so I was like 16, and we were drinking, popped some bars, some Xanax bars.
Oh yeah.
And then I just got my permit, just got my truck, and then I just hit the fucking road, all fucked up.
Okay.
Had a couple buddies and crashed my truck, took off, went to see the damage that I had done. Forgot to put that fucker in park, and the truck just came at me, and I ran myself over. So that had to be one of my bottoms.
I ran myself over.
It's possible. You can run yourself over.
And what happened? Dude, did you sue yourself?
I had to go to the hospital and park my truck outside in the parking lot, all fucked up. Had the little top of the light in the bed of the truck. And the cops showed up, and then it was like all bad.
Hold on a second. So you're driving on pills and alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you wrecked the truck, kinda. Like
I hit like a little a lamp post.
Okay. And so you hit this lamp post, and then you leave.
Yeah, like I
had blacked
out. I had blacked out.
Get away from the scene?
Yeah, get away from the scene.
Okay.
Blacked out, woke up, and I was fucking hit the pole. So I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of here. Nobody's around here. So
right.
I take off.
On foot?
Nah, in the truck.
In the car.
In the truck.
I see.
Yeah,
okay.
I take off with my truck, and then I get to a little secluded area. Hop out the truck. I'm all frantic, like, well, fuck, what's going on?
Did I fuck up my truck?
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Yeah, and I ended up fucking up my leg.
Wait a second. Okay, I get it now. So you hit the post, you pass out in the car, you wake up and go, oh shit, I'm going to get a ticket or something. So you back out and you drive away, and then you were like, I got to take a look at the damage.
Yeah, actually, I had a couple buddies in the truck, and I kind of like tell them, I make a little joke about it. I'm like, you guys put it in reverse and fucking ran me over again, and then put it in drive and ran me over again.
But wait a second. How did you, so if you're behind the wheel of a truck,
Yeah.
okay, F-150, how does it get to a place where you stop and get out of it in enough time for it to also run you over? How does that happen?
Fuck, dude. Like, just like I said it, I just, I remember stopping, and then I had a buddy, and then another buddy. I got out, you know what I mean? I just got out of the truck, you know, and I ran to the front of the truck, and next thing I know, I see headlights coming at me. Yeah. While my buddies are inside the truck. So luckily they were in the truck. They were able to hit the brakes, put it in park. And
But did it actually run over you?
It ran my leg over. Yeah, it ran my leg over.
Like the tire went over your leg?
Yeah.
And what happened to
I
your
was
leg?
all barred out, you know what I mean? So I'm on the floor and I'm like, I can't move my fucking leg, you know? And like,
That fucking 2-ton truck run me over.
yeah. I'm like fucking all fucked up on the floor. And my buddy's like, I don't want to take you to the hospital. I don't want to take you, you know what I mean? I'll take you though. Like, just be sure this is what you want. And I'm like, motherfucker, take me to the hospital, bro. Like, I need to go.
Right.
I can't feel my fucking bottom half of me, you know? And yeah, it was probably the Xanax. That's probably why I couldn't feel my leg.
Right. But you were sure they were going to have to amputate.
Yes,
right.
bro.
And
I
you're
was
like, get me to the hospital.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Steve, we got a lot of people on the show that have to go to the hospital, but then everyone around them doesn't want to take them to the hospital.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. A lot of that.
All right, so you go to the hospital, and how do you tell them that they ran over, that you ran over yourself?
I didn't, bro. I made a big old story saying like, yeah, I got hit, bro. I got hit. It was a hit and run, you know what I mean? And they're like looking at me like, this isn't adding up. You know, what really happened? And then I was like, all right, I'll tell you the truth. I ran myself over. I just didn't want to sound like an idiot. And he's like, all right, I'm going to write you up for false report. Still got the ticket for a false report.
What is the ticket for a false report?
It's just a false report, bro.
No, but I mean, like, did they charge you like a fine or?
Oh, yeah, I think I had to pay like a fine or something like that.
Like $1,000?
Yeah, I don't remember the amount.
So you
bro.
ran yourself over and then had to pay
I had to
$1,000?
pay- Yeah, bro.
Man, that's a lot of bad luck.
Yeah.
So Mercedes, are you sure you want to be?
That's what when he told me that, I'm like, okay, you're asking for a job and you just told me that you ran yourself over. I was like, oh shit, okay, well.
Wait a second. Part of your interview for a job,
I think that's a qualification, man. Fuck.
you're like,
I'm still here. Fuck.
Oh, okay. So you're like, dude, you can't kill me. It's
Pretty
like a
much.
superpower. Because I
Pretty
tried to
much.
run myself over and I didn't die.
He's indestructible, yeah, pretty
Right.
much.
That's just what we need, an indestructible guy that runs himself over.
Pretty much.
Put a dent in the truck.
Yeah, okay. So is that what happened? You were interviewing him and you
No,
said, do you have any special skills or hobbies? And he's like, well, I can run myself over without dying.
No, pretty much. He was like, "You guys hiring?" And I said, "Oh, the manager's in the back." And then he went to go talk to her, and he came back out to the front, and then he started talking to me, and he's like, "Oh, lots like has happened. You know, I ran myself over," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
So that was part of your catch up? Yeah, she was like, hey, Mark, so I haven't seen you for
Pretty
13 years. What's going on? You're
Yeah,
like,
she's
you
like,
know,
"What's
no, I
up?"
grew a little taller, ran myself over. Right?
Yeah, and he's like,
Pretty
"I didn't
much.
die, not to brag." I'm like, "All right."
I don't want to brag, but I'm still here. Even though I'm a fucking crazy lunatic, I'm still here.
Pretty much.
Did I tell you about Lubbock, Texas?
Pretty much.
If you survive Lubbock, Texas, you can survive getting over by a truck.
Let me tell you something
Straight
about Buddy
up.
Holly, right?
Yep. Have you
Did he
heard
have
this song?
that? Did he have that beard when you met it?
Yeah, when I saw, yeah, he had the beard. Yeah, when we were 13, he had a mustache and a goatee.
Only kid.
I don't
Only
know
kid
how.
in school.
Yeah.
Only kid in
No, that's
school.
a serious beard, man. That's some serious
appreciate that.
facial hair.
Appreciate that, man.
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, very good. Sean, how are we looking?
I got it. I think I found it.
Okay, what do you mean you think you found
Because
it?
I don't
What
know
is
if it's
that?
an instrumental or if it's actual.
I thought he sent us like texts or whatever with the fucking links to his raps.
Yeah, I don't know.
We were supposed to play it for
Okay,
Chase Infinity.
Let's try it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Mad E.
You should have fast forward the.
I don't know. Steve's looking like, yes, fast forward to the fucking shit.
Okay.
Huh.
Hopefully this
All right,
is
here we go. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. Yo, here we go. What? Don't talk this up, right?
Get zapped out like a Tesla would. Mash on the gas in the cloud of dust. Y'all motherfuckers can't follow us. Killer on the beat when I finally bust. Trust when I say that I don't play Nathan. Get fucked up like you off that vaping. Taking, tripping, no escaping. Whipping, dipping, no relating. Triple, bangers, bombers, hitters, haters, stingers. Bring the anything you want. Got no time to flown on front. I'ma motherfuck shit up. Damn, this track is on my nuts. Just like your bitch, she wish she was. Step into a club and then walk right in. Love up to the DJ cause I like the way she spins. Make a little move to the middle of the flow. Shuffle with that boogie, then I'm out the back door. Shaking all these poppers cause I got no time for games. Hop up in the boogie, then I'm back up to the range. This is on a daily, so we do it all again. Keeping up with us is just enough to fuck your brain.
Whoa!
What?
What do you
Dude,
think?
you ain't feeling that, Steve? Seriously. That's fucking fire, dude. Dude, you know what? Fuck? I don't even want you to fucking fire. You're not gonna fucking tell me because, dude, that shit's too fucking forward for you to even understand that. Like, you can say what you want. That's cool. I ain't trying to please anybody. Marc Torres. What do you think of that? Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on. Be honest. Open up. What did you hear there?
Oh, fuck, dude. I don't think that should be on the radio, dude.
Steve, I mean, obviously it's crazy, right? Obviously it's
Right, I mean, I understand there's production value in it.
but do you have like
echoes and all that?
Yeah,
you
what
know?
did you what do you take away from that? Like just from a style standpoint, like what sort of ups and downs or whatever, like what comes across?
I don't know, man. I ain't really. I just.
Mercedes?
Where do you start?
That
Yeah.
dude's confused, man.
Yeah.
He's just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right. No, seriously, when you're listening to that, are you ready to jettison Marc Torres and go towards King Salmon? Is that your new future? Or you're like, no, that's just a crazy song.
Oh man, I don't even. It's just so much going on. It's so. I don't know.
Did you even understand what he was saying?
No.
Okay. Sean,
His
you
voice is very high pitched. It's like really high.
didn't put the brain,
Yeah.
brain. Cause I wanna motherfucking fuck Saddam Hussein. Love the flow. Right, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, did you make the beats?
I did make that.
Yeah,
beat,
beats
yeah.
are
Beats
good.
are dope. Yeah, beats are
Thank you,
dope.
thank you.
Thank you. So, what do you take away from that? Like, seriously, Sean. All right, we all know it's crazy, but seriously,
Yeah.
where are you at with what that was?
I love it
Because
it's Matt using his he's flexing his creative muscle and I'm not. What I'm saying is I don't know if he's gonna be the next whatever it is, but I just like to see him like engaging in something that he likes and laying down a track.
right. But aside from that, now if you
Do
didn't,
I think it's gonna make?
hold on. Shh. God damn it. Let me talk.
Okay.
Aside from being a supportive friend,
Right.
Okay, you don't know who this is.
Right.
Okay, critique it from a place of anonymity because that's really going to help Matt more than anything else. So,
Yeah.
all right, critique it honestly. What did you hear? Positive, negative? Go.
I don't know, man. What do
So-
you want me to say?
What the fuck kind of question is that? What do I want you to say?
What are you looking for?
What do you mean? What am I? Why is that always a question?
You're like, what are you looking for? I'll fulfill that. Just tell me.
I'm like, dude, I'm asking you. Forget it.
You're
I'm asking
me
you for a real
if I
critique.
didn't know who it was.
Yeah, like you're just critiquing it. Somebody comes to you and they're 15.
Yeah.
This is their second thing that they've recorded.
Right.
They've come to you and they want an unvarnished, true.
I said the beat's dope. No,
Beats dope.
the
beat
it's
is
a little
dope.
disjointed because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about really.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't really hear him either.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't know.
He's like, I don't, it's not a cohesive thought, right?
Okay,
It's
so
not a story. It's not a.
So it's disjointed, meaning like, okay, what about the delivery? How's the delivery? Do you like the delivery? Look at his face.
That's kind of weird.
Right. It's a weird delivery.
Yeah.
Maybe if he didn't like try to like be like Twista or something like and just spit super crazy fast. Maybe he should like work on like just trying to get his like sound right or something. I don't know.
The basics.
Yeah, like I don't think he should be like going like trying to spit some crazy ass shit. Just kind of like I don't know, take it slow.
Crawl before he walks.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely has like he's going for something. Like he has something in his mind that he's trying to do, right?
Right.
He's like flow, and then he's got like an elongated.
He's got a
thing.
transvestite in his vision that he's after. That's what he's after.
Step into the flow. You know what we could do is we should have Darren Craig shoot a music video to this.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Right? And we should, by the way, Darren Craig's heard his flow, and for all the reasons that we love it or whatever, because you can't fake that. That's
he's
real,
into Gary Busey and
Right.
getting Gary Busey to face dance.
right?
So if he's not into this, I don't know
So-
how much weirder it can get.
Yeah, so this is weird, right?
Right.
This is weird. We could honestly say that this is a genuinely weird fucking thing,
weird
right?
article.
So we should have Bizarro and Schmitty.
Ah,
A video with this track, right? And have Bizarro and Schmitty dance, right? Have like a choreographed, like weird Oompa Loompa dance between Bizarro and Schmitty.
dude, we should have Lepke dress up as Willy Wonka,
Right.
and then
You're
Bizarro and Schmitty in Oompa Loompa suits.
Oh, and then play that flow directed by Darren Craig as a Hard Luck exclusive. Like fans only. Like you can come on.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. You can
OnlyFans.
right. And we'll have Kitty Sterling like, with a giant whip, just like whipping,
A giant double-sided whip.
I think Sean's
Sean got some ideas. He's got some
Sean's
creative director ideas.
I think Sean might be fans only or OnlyFans, whatever it is, subscriber to Kitty Sterling.
Yes.
Sean's
Speaking of,
Sean's got fever.
Yeah.
Sean's got fever for
Fever.
Rachel Sterling. Am I right? Oh,
I mean,
hey, listen.
don't we
Who
all?
don't? Yeah, right.
I mean,
Who doesn't?
listen. You did, I do, he does. Listen, I'll tell you something else though. So we were talking after the show, and Sean was like, "Nah, look, dude. I know she ain't gonna fucking really fuck me. So I'm not gonna fall for Rachel Sterling's. Like, if she tried to like butter me up, that shit wouldn't work because I know she ain't really ever gonna get with me. So it just goes over I wouldn't even." And I told Sean, I said, "Man, you are full of fucking shit, bro." I said, I'm going to tell Rachel Sterling what you said, that you're immune to her charms because you know she would never really fuck you. And I'm going to tell her to turn up the heat and I'm going to watch you fucking melt, right?
Damn it, damn straight.
Am I right, Steve?
Mando.
No matter how strong Sean thinks he is, you're going to succumb, bro. Do you hear that?
You hear that, boy?
Look, Sean, do you believe me?
No.
Do you hear that, Steve? He thinks that he's immune to Rachel. I feel like that's
Yeah, dude. Because he's compartmentalizing it. This is untangible. That's not going to happen.
Right.
So it doesn't even just...
Right.
But once that thing has an 2% ability to possibly happen...
yeah.
That nigga's going to be rolling on his back like a dog.
Right. Pissing on himself.
Bro, man, tell
Pissing
me.
on himself. I almost feel like it's a challenge. I almost feel like I have to talk to Rachel and be like, look, Sean thinks that you
Seduce
can't...
this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Put some work in on this motherfucker. And she'll be like, oh, I have him doing this and that.
She wouldn't even break a sweat.
No.
It's easy for her.
He'd be over here with the nail polish doing her toenails.
Absolutely.
Like, Sean, get up from there. Get off your knees.
He would turn into Brian Stevens in a New York Minute, right? Right? Dude,
Brian Stevens would have gone outside. If she said I needed a car wash, she would have gone out there and licked her car fucking clean. His tongue.
Oh, dude,
Right?
did you listen back to the Brian Stevens Kitty Sterling show?
Man.
Did you hear how Brian Stevens was like, I mean, dude, he got pissed at us because we kept telling him, it ain't going to happen, Brian. Like, calm the fuck down. And he's like, I'm not trying to do anything. And it was like,
All you're doing is trying.
it was so obvious.
Brian's got the game upside down, backwards.
Right. The game's on top of him.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like the game is like on his shoulders, giving him knots in his neck.
Listen, you guys, this is a great show. Listen, my man.
Wait.
Thank you.
I know you're
what?
trying. I know you're trying to wind it up, but I got at least another
it's getting
5.
wound.
No, I got you. But because Brian Stevens Shoeless was mentioned, have you been to his Instagram? Mm-hmm. Have you?
Brian Stevens?
Brian, what is his Instagram?
Brian Stevens, like 2001 or
Get
something.
on the mic.
Oh, Brian Scott.
Brian Scott 2000 or
Right,
something,
right.
right? Have you looked at some of the photos?
Oh, yeah, bro. I've spent time on there. It's Brian Scott's 2000.
Right.
Let's have a word about that.
Yeah, I just want to touch because this is a Hard Luck exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who wants to follow Brian Stevens on Instagram and make comments on his different pictures, you are invited. You are cordially invited.
Right now.
Right.
And that's Brian Scott's 2000.
Right. It's
Okay.
more than one. It's Brian Scott's
Mm-hmm.
2000. Marc Torres, are you looking that up right now?
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Okay, so
All right. So there's a couple of things we got to talk about here because
1, 2,
he's taking
3, 4, 5. Go down to the 5th row of pictures.
right.
And that's like in the middle.
Right.
It's a sandwich.
Right. So everybody knows
Does have a bite taken out of it, this son of a bitch. And the pickle does too. This guy, the way he started on the thing was like, wait a minute, hold on a minute. I don't fuck up a perfectly good picture. He drank half the milk, take a bite of the pickle. He probably had to refresh the chips, right? He's like, hold on, let me put this back together before I really fuck this up, this moment, and let me take a picture.
You know what's so funny is it's like everyone's kind of used to like what people do, which is like, I'm going to take a picture of this beautiful meal I'm about to eat. Right? Right. So then Brian Stevens must have been like, well, I burnt the bread in the middle and I didn't touch any of the bread on the outside of the sandwich. I got a chunk of iceberg lettuce that is just by itself alone. No sauce, no fucking anything. He's got a pickle that looks like a homeless turd, like with one bite taken out of it. And then he's got these like sour cream and
Nasty
cheddar
chips.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
just tell
they're
you
all
that.
busted up. And he's like, this
The
is so-
crumbs. They're the crumbs.
yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna take a picture of this because I want people to see how awesome I'm eating. And it's the opposite. It's like the saddest sandwich you've ever seen. Marc Torres, what do you think about that sandwich? Brian Scott's sandwich.
I wouldn't eat it, bro. I don't know.
And this guy had to do time in Lubbock.
Yeah.
And then what about below that on the paper plate on that like weird
I don't know
Dixie
what
paper?
the hell's going on there?
He took a picture of some noodles.
But
and-
dude, the picture that kills me is this one.
Which one? Which one is that?
Dude, he looks like the guy. He looks like Roddy Piper from
Yeah, dude. He looks like some mad crazy killer with the fucking Folsom Prison behind him. But then he's got like daisies and flowers below him. And, like,
What picture is that? Where is that? Oh, yeah. What is that?
that's gnarly, bro.
Dude.
I mean, that should be the cover of every time we have him on the show. We should just run that picture. We need to brand that.
That looks like an IROC like Z photo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, look at that fool, dude. Mercedes.
And he looks like Brian was probably down like around 20 to 25 years by the time that picture was taken.
I mean, that's just wild.
Right? He looks like he's in his early 40s, right?
Right.
Or early mid 40s.
Right.
Yeah, it'd probably been down about 20, 25 by the time he took that.
Long before the shattered heel.
Yeah.
Now, look, if you go down 2 from that, the Daisy Roadshow photo, if you go down 2 from that, you see the window that he jumped out of in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
Yep.
Where he shattered his heel?
Yeah. No, it's not that window.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I know where this picture's. I know where he's taking this picture from. That's Walden House. So that was before he ever got over there.
All right.
But yeah, man, my man doesn't like elevators.
Mercedes, do you find those pictures of Brian Scott's sad sandwich, are those irresistible to you? Are you like amazed by that? What are your thoughts?
It's kind of scary, honestly.
What do you mean?
He's got a scary Instagram. It's just like, it looks like he's very lonely, and his bio is pretty sad too.
Brian.
What does his bio say?
It says, looking for that special woman who's serious about the man she's chosen to spend her time with. No games, no gold diggers. Respectfully, won't send money.
Dude, he is really fucking up, bro. Like, you can't fuck up more than that, can you?
Dude, listen.
Are you sure that's his
bio
bio?
is just like,
Are you sure
I'm not,
that's his
let me get
bio?
one thing straight. His bio says this in the beginning. Let me get you straightforward. I'm not sending any of you women money. That's his bio.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Dude, listen, and you got to understand.
Don't go, you gold diggers. You don't bother me.
You gotta understand that Mercedes is somebody with a heart. Like, she gave Marc
Yeah.
Torres a second chance. He
Yep.
came into Goodwill, and then she looks at Brian Stevens, and she's like looking at it. She's like, his bio's pretty sad.
It's pretty scary.
Looking for that special woman who's serious about the man she chooses to spend her time with. No games, no gold diggers. Respectfully, exclamation point. Won't send $sign. Why would he have to tell people that he's not going to send money?
OnlyFans.
Didn't he say you got some DMs when they were asking him for money?
Yeah, and then Steve was trying to explain to him that he's coming across as a simp, and that's what
it's
that's
straight
what
up
kicked him.
fucking- Yeah, straight simp. And look at that's Brian living his best life, dude. We provided Brian with his best moment since he's gotten out of prison.
Right.
That's right.
Right, and then during that, the whole time, like when Kitty Sterling was saying something about, what was she saying, that some guy, what, Sean, do you remember that, where she's like, some guys are DMing me and they want me to show them my tits, and I'm like, get the fuck, and then Stevens is in the back going, that's sick, that's disgusting, who would do that, such a thing? Meanwhile, that's the first thing he wants to do. All right, Steve, I understand what you're saying. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Tough guy.
That was part of the skit.
Yeah.
That Lepke was going to come in and drag with a 22,
With the to rob the bank.
and then when he robbed the bank, he was going to be like, "Mercy,
Mercy. He always likes to open it up with that. Mercy.
mercy! I'm the one carrying the hot steel. See, you're going to put money in the bag. See, and you're going to keep your mouth shut if you know what's good for you. See." All right, thank you.
That's his Edward G. Robinson.
That is my answer.
So, listen, it's been good. It's been a good Saturday.
Marc Torres, Mercedes.
Mercedes, thank you for coming down, keeping it honest, staying beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Marc
Thank you.
Torres,
Thank you.
thank you for making the drive
Yeah,
down and
thank
bringing
you.
your girl with you.
Loyal
Thank you for having
fans.
Spreading the love.
Thank you
Love
for
you.
having
And
me.
while listening to our show, man, and supporting us, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
And Chumahan, Sean,
Hey.
you guys did incredible.
Same.
Great partner, co-host. My other partner, sound technician. That's how this show sounds so good. I'm gifted. I'm blessed.
Yes.
And we're now going to say adios from Hard Luck Show.
Woo!